We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number or try your call again.
Go ahead and hit it. That's our new clapper. I'm really excited. We may use that again throughout the show. My name's Bert.
And my name is Eric.
And welcome to Reheated Leftovers. This is a show about shows, about life, I like that life thing I did like this, like the TV people do, about life, about you.
And you're emoting.
Yes, I'm emoting for you. This is a show. What exactly is this show, Eric?
It's a show where we talk about things that have probably been discussed already by people far more professional than us or people in your own walk of life. We're going to talk about it late because we probably got to recording this late or you saw this late. Therefore, or thus, the name Reheated Leftovers. We're discussing old topics.
Yeah, and not just old topics, but sometimes really old topics that need to be rehashed, reheated, re-eaten, redigested.
Yeah, like the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Which was really big in 1962, I think it was.
That would make it really old. Really leftover.
Leftover topics.
For us to talk about it, we'd be reheating it.
That's the term.
There you go.
Reheated leftovers. So what's our first topic for tonight?
Well, we would like to say our show is brought to you by the makers of Roku.
Are we getting Roku in there? I mean,
I'm not sure, but we'd like to say it is, but it isn't. But it's for those that don't know, and even those that do know, you know, it's a fantastic device, streaming device for those who want to cut the cord from cable to satellite.
Yeah.
And just start streaming everything. It's not like people don't do that for the most part anyway. It's just a different way of watching TV.
Brought to you by Roku. Was that like a really commercial? It's a really good commercial.
Really.
But the makers of Roku.
I'm sure that they'll send you nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But you know, with the number of people who will be watching this show, all like 7 or 8 of them, if each of them bought a Roku box, let me do my math here.
It depends on which one they buy.
Let's say they get the $59.99 one.
Okay, just make it $60 times 8.
Okay, we can do that. It's a lot easier to do it. Times 8. Naught times 8 is naught.
Okay, Jethro.
8 times 6 is 48. It's $480. So Roku can make an extra $480 if they sponsor our show because we got 7 or 8 listeners actually doing that.
Listeners, so people are listening to this while they're doing other things.
They're driving. You know, we should probably get one of those things that you can listen to.
A radio?
No, the other thing that you can podcast.
Like an iPod?
Well, no, not
an MP3 player of some sort?
Yeah, MP3, like they use that term anymore.
Well,
do they even use that stuff anymore? MP3?
Most people just use their phones for everything now.
I think it's gone. MP3 players they weren't that big, were they?
No, I mean, it just depends. I mean, most people will use their phones or use their tablets or whatnot, but let me tell you this. Here's what's frustrating.
Okay, this is good. So turn up your volume on this one.
As we talk about people and the things that they use their phones for.
Yes.
You and I have talked in the past about how one of the greatest turnoffs nowadays for a mature man.
For a mature man?
Yes, is to see a silly female walking around or doing everything with their phone. At my job, I see women, I shouldn't even call them, well, they're women, but I'm going to say ladies. But they walk all up and down the hallway, and they have their phone, they're just sitting there swiping and typing and communicating. I'm like, do you have to talk to somebody every day, all day, even at the job? I mean, is it that important to be connected? I mean, every single thing they do. The people that post stuff, just like the Facebook, for instance.
Yes, which I have an account, but...
And I don't, thank God.
So we're kind of the opposite. But to be fair, there are some men who do the exact same thing.
Well, yeah, but I'm not talking about women. I mean, I'm not talking about guys that I'm looking to date. I'm talking about women that I'm looking at, and I'm saying, well, maybe she has potential until I see how
so
silly
you're
she is.
looking at like hot women.
I'm not. Yes. I'm not looking at ugly women. I'm just saying.
And everybody's beautiful, first of all.
Yeah, until I start seeing that, and then it become ugly to me. You know, so it's like, yeah.
To me, it's cigarettes.
I can get over that.
See, I don't know. There's something about someone smoking a cigarette. Once
Yeah.
I see someone smoking a cigarette, it just my interest just kind of falls with that. I don't know why.
But that's a behavior that can be curbed. One can say the same thing about the phone, but see,
that could be curbed also.
I think they look at it like, see, you can spin it and say, I want you to quit smoking because I'm concerned about your life and your health. If you tell, and then they say, he cares about me. But if you say, I would love for you to stop talking on the phone all the time, or chatting, or texting, or posting, they'll say, are you trying to control me? So I mean, you can't win with that. Which is true. You can't win with that. So those are the people that's like, just stay away, because I know I'm not going to be able to combat that. I can't win. But with smoking, at least I can say, we can get past that, because we can get you new clothes. You don't have to smell like that.
Yeah, but you know, the people are addicted to the nicotine stuff.
I can still get past that. Then instead of technology, people are cyborgs now. They can't even think without, I can't even know. I don't know where I'm going. Phone, tell me. Stuff like that.
But this is the future that we talked about as children. We just don't have the flying cars.
I agree.
Other than that, I think it's. But did you think the future would look like this? I mean, I never thought that. When you're younger and you think about the year 2000, you think that we're going to have all these different things coming up.
What this told me is that every old person or person older than me, a generation before me, or 2 or 3 generations before me, when they would always say, this country is going to hell. They were right. They just didn't know which generation was going to really go to hell. But they started to see the decline.
Maybe we're not going to hell. Maybe we're already in hell, and our goal is to get out of hell.
Okay, well, let's put it this way. Maybe we were already there, but no one pressed the button to just go ahead and let us fall.
Okay,
if that makes
so
sense. And be like, pull the
okay.
floor from under us.
Everyone says the country is going to hell. Even when the president was elected, it was going to hell. When Bush was elected, it was going to hell. When Clinton was elected, it was going to hell. We've been going to hell for a long time.
Look, if I'm here and here's hell, at one point in my life, I'm getting closer. At another point, I'm getting closer. And we're still going. We are going to get there.
Who decides if we're going to hell? I mean, who's the hell decision maker?
Okay, well, let's put it this way.
So what actually constitutes the country going to hell?
Let's put it this way. I think it doesn't take anything to create a decline. It doesn't take anything. What it does take is for someone to say, I'm going to stave off I'm going to keep the push from happening. I'm going to hold it back. Okay. I'm going to be the gatekeeper. And then even as I'm holding back, I might not be able to push us back the other way, but maybe somebody after me will take us a little further the other way.
Okay,
because we're all going as far as this decline in society.
At what point did we start declining? See, this is like hard news right here.
With every technological advancement, there becomes more of a dependency and or more laziness among human beings. Maybe there was something to having child labor in the 30s. Maybe there was something to that. Because I'm here to tell you,
boy, we just we gained a lot of listeners on that one.
Yeah, maybe they had it right, making people work longer hours than the 40-hour
like
work week.
12 years old and starting to work or something like that.
Recess is overrated. I'm just saying.
Laughter.
I'm just saying.
We must stop laughter.
Now kids are all talking about, you had kids working back then to feed families. Now you have kids who don't want to work saying, Mom, Dad, I want that PlayStation 4. How much is it? $460 or $490. It's just way too much. But it doesn't matter. You make the money, I don't. That's what I want. You know what? You need to get a job.
That's parenting, isn't it? So it's not the kids.
It's both.
It's the parents.
It's both.
But think about it. I mean, if our parents were raising us now and we had all this technology, wouldn't we want it? I mean, if it's out there as a child, if you're like 6 or 7 years old and being a kid is wanting something to play with that's fun, and it's up to the parents to actually say you're not going to get this. Just like the TV set, some people put their kids in front of a TV set, and the TV set practically raised them. But if you gave a kid if you put a kid in a candy store, they're going to eat until they get sick because that's what they do. That's what children do. I was with my nephews yesterday, and one of them said, you know, I'm going to hold off on that chicken nugget because I'm saving room for the cookie. Yeah. You know, it's like something nutritious. Chicken nuggets is not nutritious. Exactly. But, you know, I think the cookie is more nutritious than the nugget. That's my opinion. McDonald's won't sponsor us. Deep fried cookie. But he knew that cookie was something. But see what I'm saying? It's that I was in line in Publix, which is a grocery store, great Publix grocery store. Maybe that'd be a sponsor for later on down the road. And there was someone, one of the cashiers.
We'll go on.
We'll take anybody. We'll take Bic, pens. And this lady was saying, something about this generation and they want this and this like that. And it was as if there was a memory lapse because every generation wants something. Every generation, you know, when we're young, we don't listen. It's not as if you get a certain age, and I think sometimes when older people look back, they kind of look back at their lives as if they were perfect, as if they listened to their parents and there were no problems. But yeah, we have the 60s, we have the 50s, we have rebellions going on and all this stuff going on. And it's not the kids. I don't think it is in some ways. I just think it's the environment and parents. We had a point somewhere, didn't we? I had a point. I was going somewhere really good too. I forgot where it was. See, I got lost on that point.
And see, that's why I'm here to direct you.
Thank you very much.
Here's the thing. What? You're telling me that it's all about bad parenting or good parenting when it comes
Not
to
exactly bad or good parenting. I'm saying that what is the focus of that particular parent? To be a parent, you have to be involved. You have to be involved, and I think you have to not be the kids' friends. But what I'm saying is that kids are going to ask for things. That's their job. They don't have a point of reference at all. I mean, if you had a child who was raised during George Bush era, and the parents hated George Bush, I don't care if that kid is 4 or 5 years old. They're going to get the influence, and you can ask them at 6 years old. They probably say, "I hate George Bush." Why? Because the parents do that. So what I'm saying is, at that age, we were all like that. We cannot distinguish, in some sense, what's good or bad for us. So when we say they want all the video games and so on and so forth, that's all they know. They see it. They're inundated with it, and they would want it. You know, if there was just commercials on ice cream, every kid wants sweets, every kid wants ice cream, every kid wants stuff that's not good for them. It's up to the parents to say, no, you have a cookie once a week or 2 times a week. Or some parents say you can have cookies anytime you want to.
Once a week, that's like North Korea. Once a week.
Well, which we like North Korea.
No, we don't.
Kim Jong, what is it?
South Korea, yes, not North Korea.
Them Northerners in North Korea.
How do you feel about before? I like how you gave them. Like, I like how you were talking like the fake Southern accent. Those Northerners. I do declare, those Northerners in North Korea.
I would not want to go to South Korea. Is that a nuclear bomb out here?
Gone with the nuclear wind.
Here? I can't believe it. There's a nuclear bomb coming up there.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly how they sound in South Korea.
With a South Korean accent. All right, so let's. I do declare.
What do you feel about?
Hold that thought.
Okay.
So that's our first segment.
All right.
This is part 1 right there.
All right.
That was part 1, and I know a lot of you are going, gosh, I can't wait for part 2. We left you on a cliffhanger, a cliffhanger. So be sure to catch our next episode coming up right now.